Welcome to this explainer. Okay, today we're totally throwing out traditional rote memorization. Seriously, if you're gearing up for the TCF Canada exam, or maybe you're planning a massive move to Quebec, mastering foundational French phrases is absolutely non-negotiable. So we're going to put these building blocks on the board today to see exactly how they work together for real, authentic communication.
Let's dive straight into our source material, our Unit 1 guidebook. Now, while it might look like a super simple introduction at first glance, these 5 key phrases are actually the engine of your TCF speaking exam. So let's unpack these sentences one by one and really map out that grammar. All right, part 1, introducing yourself and others. This is the critical first step in pretty much any language journey. Take a look at the very first key phrase here. Je m'appelle Paul, et toi? My name is Paul, what's yours? It's a simple, direct sentence for sure, but it's incredibly powerful for opening up a two-way street of communication. The crucial chunk we need to look at here is je m'appelle. Literally, it translates to I call myself. But functionally, this is your absolute foundation for the TCF expression oral. You lock in je m'appelle as your constant, unbreakable formula, and you just snap your own name right onto the end of it. But conversations don't happen in a vacuum. You aren't just going to be talking about yourself all day. Immediately, our guide introduces the counterpart to help us branch out.
Oui, elle s'appelle Alice.
Yes, her name is Alice. And this brilliantly illustrates the pattern shift. Compare introducing yourself with je m'appelle to introducing a third party with elle s'appelle. The core appelle sound is totally anchored, right? But a tiny little shift takes you from the first person je to the third person elle. Recognizing these structural parallel shifts, that is exactly how you build true fluency. Moving on to part 2, describing the people around you. This is where we add those rich details to the folks we've just introduced. So here is our next key phrase. C'est une étudiante très intelligente. She is a very intelligent student. Now, this single sentence is our gateway to describing traits, but heads up, it contains a massive grammar trap. The crucial point is right at the beginning. C'est. A lot of beginners naturally want to say elle est une étudiante because they're translating she is literally in their heads. But in French, when a noun is modified by an article like une, you absolutely must use c'est. It's a remarkably versatile tool. Basically, whenever you point to something and declare what it is, c'est is your unshakable launch pad. Notice how the descriptive words une étudiante très intelligente neatly stack up. Think of this as a grammatical formula on a whiteboard. You lay down the foundation of c'est, you drop in the noun étudiante, and follow it directly with the modifiers très intelligente. You're literally building the traits right on top of the foundation. So, here's a question pulled directly from our source material. Tu étudies ici aussi? You study here too? This question dynamically bridges us into our next phase of learning, which is talking about locations. All right, part 3, stating origins and asking questions. This is the logical next step in any real interaction. And that brings us to our final key phrase. Je viens de Lyon, et toi? I am from Lyon, and you? Or, if you're in Canada preparing for that TCF, maybe it's Je viens de Montréal. It's a beautifully symmetrical sentence that offers up personal info and immediately prompts a reply. Let's isolate the core formula here. Je viens de. You're going to want to lock this chunk into your mind. This is your absolute go-to building block for stating origins. You just append your city or country right to the end of it, and it works every single time. Now, comparing the phrases we've learned, notice the repetition of et toi at the end of both the introduction and the origin statement. That translates to and you. For an exam like the TCF, demonstrating that you can keep a conversation going is vital. You don't actually need a massive vocabulary right away. You just need to know how to bounce the conversation back to the other person. Et toi does exactly that. Okay, part 4, mastering your first conversation. Let's put all these individual blocks together and look at the big picture. Here is your rapid-fire checklist of the 4 core conversational functions we've just mastered. Number 1, introduce, using je m'appelle. Number 2, describe, using c'est une. Number 3, ask about location, with tu étudies ici aussi. And number 4, state origin, using je viens de. Those are 4 massive conversational pillars pulled from just one single guidebook page.
When we lay them all out in sequence. Je m'appelle Paul. C'est une étudiante très intelligente.
Tu étudies ici aussi?
Je viens de Lyon. It's pretty amazing how these seemingly isolated phrases just string together effortlessly. By truly understanding the building blocks, you aren't just reciting memorized sentences, you are genuinely ready for real world French.
So, I'm going to leave you with this final provocative thought. Je viens de Lyon, et toi? I want you to actively answer that question in French right now. Because if you can answer et toi, you've truly cracked the code, and you are one major step closer to acing that TCF exam. Until next time, keep building on those foundations.